All hail the Gubzlef army, and what have I for you today, my friends? Well, we've got the Transformers Legends EX HeadMaster set. And man, oh man, I didn't know anything about this. I just happened to see it at the shop, and I was like, yes, I must buy that because right there, Grimlock. How could you not? So just going through, we have Gong, which is Brawn, Grimlock, Flywheel, which I think they call Skytread, Chromedome, Hardhead, and Brainstorm right there. So you've got 6 Headmasters. And what's very interesting about the pack, and I think it's just awesome, is this. You flip it. You know, it's a really simple box. Let me just show you real fast. You know, the crying child who should not eat blocks. Right there. There you go, all the way around. And if you flip it, say start this way, robots, flip it the other way, and you can see all the heads. And that is pretty awesome. And the difference is, like, the Japanese faces have a little bit of differences, like Chromedome. He kind of has a little bit of a nose in the Japanese release. And I'll show it closer, you know, Hardhead has like a mouth. Same thing with Brainstorm, has a mouth. So it's kind of like the American releases for Japan. And at the bottom here, you know, Brawn, Flywheel, and of course Grimlock. I'm looking forward to Grimlock. So let's go open this up and check these out. And inside is absolutely nothing but the packaging. But just in case you didn't know how to do it, it shows you how to transform the Headmaster. And over here, you know, you got the little QC code, I guess. And that takes you to TakaraBrainstorm.com. So yeah. And if you're wondering, on the opposite side, yeah, same. So there you go. That's what's on the inside. Right, and there was the tray. So let's open them up and check them out. Alright, now the first two I'm going to do a comparison because I actually have Skytread, yeah, that's the Hasbro version. This is the Takara version, Flywheel. The only real difference, when you look at it, the only difference is the visor. Purple visor, red visor. That's it. If you turn it to the side, see the purple matches. If you turn this, he has purple, red, and you can see a little spot of red on the arm. But that's really it. They're the same mold. Very nice. So, that's that. Go to the next, and we have Chromedome. And, you know, I have the Hasbro version right here of Chromedome. Very nice. And the Takara. And again, really, the only difference you see is a bright orange and a light orange. But every other detail is the same. We turn to the side. The Hasbro is a brighter red. The Takara is a duller red. Right there. And now I'm going to put a picture over this one. And this is the original Takara head. Ooh, there it is. Oh, magic. Look at that. And you can just see the difference between the two. Which is why, you know, in Japan, you don't pick up the American version. You want the head. Well, you'll pick this one up instead. So there you go. Now we're going to look at Brawn. Bring in Brawn and Hardhead. And we can see Brawn over here. Now, I don't have the American version. I just never ended up picking him up. He's everywhere. I just haven't grabbed him. But, yeah, there you go. Very, very cool head sculpt. And then over here we have Chromedome. And again, very nice, very cool. Pretty much the American version. And then again, I'm going to pop on the Takara Chromedome right there. Hopefully it works. And yeah, you can just see the difference. That has a face, that doesn't. So there's the difference. And then the final two, Brainstorm and Grimlock. And, you know, you see Brainstorm, and again, like the US version. Man, so he's getting weighted out. But hopefully you can see. Stop that. There you go. Maybe that's a little better. But hopefully you could see some of the details on him. Right there. And Grimlock looks pretty fantastic right there. So we turn to the side just so you can see. Blue. And if you're wondering, it's just a box top that I cut. I used a pencil to make holes so they fit in there. But yeah, there you go with Grimlock. And Grimlock does look great. I mean, they did a fantastic job on him. That looks pretty awesome right there. And he looks really good in his robot mode. But his head fell off right now. Well, no. Didn't fall off, just popped out. Nothing fell off, just kind of popped out of that spot. Yeah, so there you go. And let me go, and here's Brainstorm, and I'm going to pop in the original face, which is kind of a weird face right there. Boom. Oh, it's scary. Yeah, look at that. So there you go. And now let's just go, and for the robot modes, I'm just going to compare. So there's that. I'm just going to compare the two that I have. I'm not going to go and find on the internet pictures for all the other ones. Yeah, because I'm lazy. But, you know, you'll get the idea just between the ones that I show you. It's really the heads are painted. That's going to be about it. But let's see the robot modes. And here's the HeadMasters. And TitanMasters, I guess, because there's two TitanMasters here. But in their robot modes. And here is Skytread with flywheel. And you can see the Hasbro version, Takara version. The big difference is the Takara versions are painted. The faces are painted. They sometimes have little extra details, but there you go. But what's awesome about this is that by painting it, you could see the details better, but also by zooming in on a camera, you could really see some great details. So there's the two of them. Then we're going to come over here to Chromedome. And Chromedome right there, you can see the all red head right here. That's the Hasbro Takara version. And you can see how the red plastic eats the detail. You know, it's hard to see the details on red plastic. You can see the Takara version has a little bit of clumping on his face, though, I will say that. Yeah. Which I'm a little disappointed in, but look, I love that silver that's painted on his head. That's fantastic. The goggles are painted. And, you know, from a distance, you know, when you're looking at the figure normal, you don't see any of that. And right next to him, and the reason I put Brainstorm right next to him is they're exactly the same mold. And you can see how the blue, you know, all the details show up on the blue plastic, and that's fantastic. Go next, and we have Brawn. And man, I'm actually glad that Brawn was in this set, because I like Brawn. But again, when I saw the figure in the store, and I know the head is all blue, all green, you know, it's just green and a little bit of yellow and yellow. Or I think it's more orange in the Hasbro version, but this looks fantastic. And I love that that head sculpt is based off of the original toy. That is fantastic. Kudos to Takara for doing that. Right next to him we have, I think, the most impressively painted figure. I mean, at least that face. And look at the head right there. The head matches, that brown paint matches the chest perfectly. And that's amazing. And you could even see, like, there are lips on him. He has a mouth. And for such a tiny detail, that's ridiculous right there. And then, alright, here's Grimlock. And when you look at him, you think, wait a minute, that's really a sloppy job they did. But hold on, wait. If we get the light in there, the shadow from the sculpt is actually making it look like there's black within the eyes. But there isn't. It's actually painted properly. It's just that the shadow is actually making it look, which is why if you go from a distance, it looks like, you know, it's supposed to. Fantastic job there. Kudos to whoever had to paint that, because that must have been rough. And the details, this really does suit Grimlock. And I'm glad that, you know, Grimlock got a figure instead of just, I think it was Clobber. Yeah, I kind of forgot about it before. But Clobber is the figure that came out in America, or the Hasbro released him as Clobber. Takara repainted him as Grimlock, which I think is fantastic. Well, let's just go and take these two guys out real fast, because we don't need the Hasbro right now. I just wanted to show the difference between Hasbro, Takara, and yeah. I think the set is pretty fantastic. Take a look at the backs, the head sculpts one more time. Just really, really great. And I love the fact, especially Brainstorm for me, because I didn't get the Takara Brainstorm because I hated the head sculpt, but now I can feel free to pick it up. And what I really love when I did this is look at Grimlock. It looks like the head is right side up. That's a pretty fantastic looking head sculpt in its own right. Yeah, right there. I think that's awesome. But the whole set, the set as a whole, what do I think? I think it's a pretty fantastic looking set. I'm happy. Pretty much the only figure I didn't really want would be Skytread. Yeah, or Flywheel. Sorry, Flywheel. He'd be the only one I didn't want. The rest of them I'm happy with. But, you know, this is a set that is 100% frivolous. It's not a must-buy set. I'm going to be honest. If you like the set, pick it up, buy it, you will be happy. If you're just kind of like, well, I'm not sure, don't. Because you're buying 6 TitanMaster figures or 6 HeadMaster figures, and it might be a little expensive to import. But me, I love it. Think it's fantastic. And as you know, my opinion is the only one that matters. So, all hail the Gubzlef army. Please like, subscribe, and share this video. Also, please check out Master Fu, and more importantly, please check out the newest video/movie by TFI Creations, Roll Out. Yes, I actually do a voice in there. I do Swindle. Yeah, and yeah, it's pretty awesome. I like the story. What I really like is the story is a lot deeper than just fighting. It has to do with, you know, suicide, anxiety, those kind of things. And hey, I'll be honest, I lost my best friend to suicide. So yeah, please check out that video, and thanks for watching. Gubzlef out.